Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Exile and welcome to Minecraft: A Beginner's Guide. This is our first episode in a series of 6 that will focus on getting your game set up and ready for your very first world. Now after this series is over, I will be doing a Beginner's Guide survival series where you can play the game along with me. Okay, so you've purchased your game and this is the first menu that you see. Now, where do we go from here? Well, first off, you have your different game modes here. And first off, single player, pretty self-explanatory. Multiplayer for online play. And then realms, where you can create a custom multiplayer world, where you and your friends can have your own private world where you don't have to worry about other people joining the game. But for the purpose of our training video, we'll click single player. And here is your next menu. As you see, it says select world, but we haven't created any, so we can't click any. So we're going to have to create a new world. Here is our basic menu. For your world, you may decide that you want to name it something that you'll remember. So we'll just we'll name ours Exile's World just for an example. The next menu you have is your game modes. Survival is by far the most enjoyable in my opinion. This is where all the little nuances of the game come into effect. Now, there is a hardcore mode, same as survival, only obviously harder, and you only have one life. Once you die, that world is over and you can't go back to it. Creative, this gives you access to everything in the game. You can fly. What I would recommend is using Creative World for a testing world. If you want to do some designs, but you don't want to waste the resources in survival, you can make a Creative World just to test different theories and block palettes, just see what works best. But for our series here, we'll be doing survival. Okay, now there is more world options. If we click into this one, this seed, okay, now in this you can put words, you can put numbers, but whatever you type in here, Minecraft will generate a unique seed for that world. So it's really fun to mess around, type in different names of people you know, your dog's name, you know, whatever you want in there, and just see what Minecraft makes. Okay, this next menu, generate structures. Now structures include villages, dungeons, fortresses, just all sorts of naturally created structures that are in the game. You want these on. For one, especially with villages, and we'll get into this during our series, but in villages, obviously, you have villagers who trade different materials for emeralds, or you can get tools, or just all sorts of cool stuff. So you really want to have your villages on. The next menu we'll look at is the world type. Default is just vanilla Minecraft. It is a little bit of everything. Okay, super flat. This is really handy when you're doing your custom world to do build design or something of that nature. There's no hills. It's just like it says, super flat. Large biomes. Biomes are like deserts and jungles. The default is fairly large, but if you go with large biomes, they can be up to 3 times the normal size. Amplified. This is really fun, but it's not one that you want to use just starting, because there's huge, crazy mountains and hills and just some really fun stuff. Once you get the basics down, it's fun to play around with this. This menu here, the allow cheats, is just to allow game commands. To me, it's just like it says, it's cheats. They can be fun to use, but I choose not to. And the bonus chest. The bonus chest gives you a little starter kit right at the beginning. It might have some food, maybe some wood, just some little things to help you get going in your newly created world. You only get one, so sometimes they're good, sometimes they're really not. Okay, and once you've decided on all your options, you click done. Okay, it brings you back to this menu. Just in case you want to change one more thing, you can, but in this case we're good. We'll click create world, and It's loading, and we are in a brand new world. And this is where your gameplay can start, but for now we're just going to hit the escape key. This brings up your main menu, save and quit to the title. Okay, as you see, you're back at your main menu. If you click single player, now our world we just created is available to play, and we can select it, or we can go through the same process and create another world. Super easy to set up and lots of fun to play around with. Now, like I said, there will be 6 videos in this series, each focusing on just some little tips and tricks before we start our survival world together. But unfortunately, this is all the time I have for this episode. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please like and subscribe. But until next time, this is Exile, and I'm out.